Welcome back, everyone, to Disco Elysium. You're here with Raylan Lefebvre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven. Let's hop into the kitchen real quick. Yo, kitchen! The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Ugh, thin tomatoes. DraxxKraven, a thin man, is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Gorasi and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Gorasi Kubek. Please, it's not funny. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions? Man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand draws arcs in the air. Do you know what's behind that door? He looks at you and then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for no, I don't know what's behind that door. You got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of the pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sound of assorted dishes boiling and simmering the stove. Well, I don't need anything else. Stay masculine, man. Hey, you're that gardener.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before
You
turning to
seem a
you.
little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I knew you were not a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dockworkers Union.
Right, as you'll recall, so this is Lizzie, the lawyer who Leo was talking about. I mean, no trouble. I'm here to do my job, that's all. Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and
You
perceptive.
are looking for Titus Hardie, who you think has information on the murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him?
Yep.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong-arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Interesting.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned, the one Mr. Everett said to law school? Are you Lizzie, Miss Beaufort? I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you're actually here. Even though she has excelled control over herself, something moved behind her eyes and the way she stands in her face. Easy Leo talked about you. He likes to talk a lot. You're not here to chat up the legal counsel. You're here to question these men. What if I want to talk to you and not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority in Martinez. You are no one. Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are dock workers. Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again. Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachon. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. Fuck yeah! Tall man, broad-shouldered, takes a sip of his beer. So, ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising? What are the union plans? Look, a comedian. Do your job. Ask your questions. Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. Thank you, drama. Give me a second. Let me examine the room first. It's a bowl. They're spitting it, reeking of tobacco. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Huh. -12. It's not time yet. Interesting. I don't get a squinting bonus. That's weird. It's not time.
This is where you say your bits.
Oh.
Detective,
We need to talk about the man that was hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You might recognize the voice of Titan Hardie as the voice of Matt Chrisman. I do believe... Nope. We will eventually meet the final member of Chapo Trap House.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get all ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Let me scan the room first. No. Eyes here. You got business with my boys, you got business with me. He understood what you were doing, taking inventory. Yeah, you fuck with the Hardie boys, you fuck with Titus Hardie. Shouts the scrawny rat-faced man, two teeth missing in his front. Relax, Dennis. No one's fucking you yet, says the 40-something man from the corner, with a plectrum hanging from his neck. Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking with you, you stupid fuck. Let Dennis enjoy his fucking man. We don't mind. You notice gang tattoos. The man either must be Mask or Samarizian. Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis. Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cops around. Too late. You already scanned the room. Got a pretty good picture. Picture of what? Of the actors here. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud of the crime scene compared to these guys. So the hangman in the backyard. Did you do it? Pretty boy? You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? Container belt like we use in the harbor? Yeah, why? Because we took it from the harbor where we work when we went out back and used it to hang him. As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it. We did this, together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. So you just confessed to the murder? Goddamn right No! These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. Oh, shit. Okay, yep, they're pulling the group defense. It's really hard for a jury to convict multiple men who are supposed to be, or multiple people who are supposed to be committing the same crime. If any one of them were to personally be like, yeah, I did it, we'd be like, all right, you're under arrest. The rest of you are, are bad actors, but that's fine. But if we bring all 7 of these guys and be like, yeah, they all killed him, like, it just doesn't register in the human brain. Like, someone had to land the killing blow. You murdered him just like that. No remorse? How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Chase Electrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be firing squad. I sent them to Reunion to rot for 20 years, for life. He says it as if it were worse than dying. And Reunion, what's that? The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've seen behind bars. No, that's a bad idea. Nope, don't want to say doing my job. That's Nazi defense. I was just following orders. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agree that this man had to die. So who was calling the shots that night? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardie boy without arresting all the Hardie boys. A shadow of a smirk passes her lips. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? I don't have to. One of them is more complicit than the others. That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide, not for the officer making the arrest, which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report. No, we'll stay here and discuss what happened that night. So when did this hanging incident occur? You don't have to keep answering his questions. I know, Lizzie. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We didn't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet. Came around about 3 weeks ago when the Pine Cow first sailed into town. Happy? By the Pines Cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for Wild Pines. The same company you're striking against. No, I mean the Pines Cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last question. Why did you kill him? Why? He's a worthless mercenary scum and he stepped out of line in my town. So he was a mercenary, is that it? And he stepped out of line. What kind of mercenary? The kind that shows up when you start a strike. Experienced kind, too. Had Leishman and Semenin written all over him. Ex-RNG Special Forces. Live grenade, right here in the bar. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. How do you know he was in Special Forces? Oh, right, but what did he actually do wrong? Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some of them as a warning. There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape. To kill us all if we don't open the gates. If we don't let the scabs in, we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage. Grab someone? Yeah, this girl's on the mic. Beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her leg. She starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. Was this the same girl who was raped? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl up before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? There's something odd here. Right, but who did he rape then? That's a very serious allegation. No, you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. There's nothing you do for now. He's stonewalling it. Alright. So how did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper? Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot? The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Could you explain that? Look, I'm not going to play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. Yeah, we killed him. Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him, clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a stack of sand. That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck. Well, composure. Fuck. All of them? One of them is fidgeting, cracking under the pressure. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up. So where did you knock him out? Right fucking here. Eugene already told you the fucking started coming out an hour bore. Yeah, man, weren't you listening? Mr. Tets, what'd you use to knock him out? My fucking elbow. Samoan boxing style. Samoan boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Samaran Isla Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no one called for details. Okay, so he probably does know Sambo, but I don't think he knocked him out. He's lying about something, but not about the fact that he knows Sambo. All right, more questions. All right, that'll do for now. Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong. I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you don't get a beating. Oh, God. Let's not use authority to establish authority. My authority is not so good. Hey, guard, did that karaoke thing happen? So the phone line's dead? Yes, and the phone company's taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. That's pretty strange. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Is it true there was foul play? Who told you that? Lena. Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's all at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you find out one who cut the line, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why not? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. But there might be something impertinent to the investigation in the kitchen. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could a kitchen possibly have to do with it? Fine. Okay, the kitchen is closed until 1300 because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that if you must. Okay. Apparently we can't ask him about the spur some change. So can I spot the thing in the window? It's not time yet. Oh no, my morale. When the time is right, I should be able to give another shot. Ah. No, damn it. Let me get the spur change. Can't wait to change out of these racks. Okay, we got a lot of things to investigate. Now that I've counted the number of Hardie boys, I'll be able to Hardie boys, you get it? Yeah, you get it. Anyway, now that I've counted the number of Hardie boys, that should help me make sense of the boot tracks out back. What was that? The cold the Mama Dakwa. No, it's probably just your imagination. Is it? Is there a ringing? There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic, but admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there, too. Then, isn't there always? Listen closely. There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. Must be very close. Maybe it will come towards you. What are you doing? You're a police officer. Move your head towards the sound. Oh no! Sound's moving away! Somewhere over there! Go after it! No, too late. It's gone. No, come back! The cold of Mama Dakwa. It gives us no research bonuses while we're researching it, and it takes 8 hours to research through. Well, let's unlock this and slot in the cold of Mama Dakwa. Got him. Oh, hey, it's that lady who I asked if I could make fuck with. Maybe we'll have the opportunity to speak with her. All right. So yeah, the Hardie boy said they hanged the victim. Viscal said go do it, and I counted the Hardie boys. So if I don't critically fail, I will succeed. Yay! Footprints, 8 pairs, 1 by 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46, just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardie, the one with the ball cap on his head. Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe too easy. Standard work boot, number 44. Either the blonde or Glenn, or the young guy with the plectrum around his neck. Hobnailed work toe, the ink banger perhaps? 45 or 46. The old smoker? You think you even spot tiny flecks of cigarette ash. Another standard boot, reinforced toes, number 44, same as before. Either the musician Eugene or the muscle-bound Glenn. Light as air, same make of the boot, but number 41. Small like a rat? Shanky. Should have gotten this earlier. Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and tracks burn in a strange beauty. The glowing outline of the standard work boot number 46, the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Gotta be Angus. Carrying someone? And the last one? Another standard work boot number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. The missing 8th Hardie boy? 7 sets of tracks. The Hardie boys were here. 8, actually. That's so. Interesting, then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary? Note to yourself, this would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man? Light step, number 41. Guessing that's a skinny Hardie boy. You mean the rat-faced one? Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat, you're right. Do you think those prints belong to him? Yeah, I think so. Heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was the fat Hardie boy, the one sitting in the middle. It might be 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. Alright, the fat guy in the booth was carrying the victim. Makes sense because he's huge. Possibly, yes. But why? Why did they have to carry him? Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just marched him up to the gallows. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious. Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men. Anyway, it's a future consideration. An aberration. One soul is smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul. Wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardie boy. Wonder who he is. Any ideas, Lieutenant? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Maybe a drummer. So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We're not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. The driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. Prudent. How do you think these tracks are? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided by the caller who reported the hanging. It's not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for coastal river shoal. 7 days below freezing. The day before the day of this hanging was the last warm day. Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. What do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially into the tree. Then after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction at first, glancing. This appears to be a lynching. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. So far so good, only one thing's missing. Of course. 8 tracks, 7 Hardie boys. Which one is missing, do you think? I'm going to say it was Oddsole. So Oddsole was present at the lynching, but isn't in the mess hall right now. Yes. I think we've been over this. Next time on Disco Elysium. You know, now would be a really good time to check out those drivers. Maybe Oddsole's the one shipping drugs. Or maybe someone who is shipping drugs can lead us to Oddsole. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.